110-degree heat. Okay, we want you to come take a look at your screen at some of these beautiful paintings. They were actually done by a Valley High School student.
And she's using her talent and love of art to operate her own small business. And did we mention she is just 17 years old? Today kicks off National Small Business Week, and we are joined by entrepreneur Archana Gurudu, as she is a junior over at Paradise Valley High School. She runs her own greeting card company.
Wow.
Very talented 17-year-old. We're also joined by Annie Landers with the Junior Achievement of Arizona. Ladies, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Archana, we're going to talk to you in just a second, but Annie, talk about Junior Achievement and how you all connected.
Yeah, so Junior Achievement, we're a nonprofit that prepares learners to succeed in work and life. So we're preparing about 200,000 a year. And one of the things that we get to see every day is how amazing our students are in Arizona, and really they give us the hope for the future. And so we launched our 18 Under 18 awards almost 10 years ago, and we are very, very proud that Archana is one of our recipients this year. Those students represent community service, leadership, intangible skill sets, and also just really a vision for the future.
Well, it's easy to see why she was chosen as one of the winners, but what really stood out to you guys when you picked her for this particular award?
I think what is amazing about Archana is that she is really successful in all of her endeavors, but also she's really cerebral and intellectual in her understanding and her learning, but also she has this intangible skill set of artwork that she doesn't just keep to herself or for her own good. She's actually giving back to the community with all the proceeds she makes off of it.
Wow. It's pretty incredible. Archana, tell us when you fell into painting and working in different types of art modes. How did it get started for you?
Yeah, so I've been painting and drawing for probably as long as I can remember, and art has been a huge part of my life for that. I began working with oil paints and acrylic paints through that process and fell in love with art in general. And then in middle school, I began to start creating greeting cards of my art, kind of giclée printing, and distributing that to my local community, mostly friends and family at the time, and then transitioned more into selling my own original artwork.
That's so cool, and we have some of your original artwork here. This painting is so gorgeous. Like, how long did it take for you to finish that one?
I don't have an exact number, but maybe like 10 hours or so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and kind of that range for a lot of my paintings.
It's beautiful. We also have two of your greeting cards. What is it like to create these, and how does it, like, what is the idea then to actual conception and greeting card in hand?
Yeah, so it starts with kind of a sketch or an idea, usually using a lot of reference images and things that I can take with my phone, and then transitioning into creating the art, painting. I usually start with like an underpainting and then go into layers and things like that. And then with the printing process, I send it over. We have a local printer who does like the giclée style of printing. So that's kind of the whole process. But
what is your advice for other young people who maybe want to jump into something? Maybe it's not painting, but it's something else that they're super passionate about.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of teens, including myself, can be hesitant to jump in to solve like persistent problems that we see in our communities. Because we feel like we're inexperienced, or at least less experienced than experts in the field. And so I think something I've learned is that having all the resources or answers or experience is not necessary at the start, and you can still make a lot of impact, even jumping in with a limited skill set.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
I'm like, where are you going to college? What are you doing next? You're a junior right now.
Yes.
What are your hopes and dreams?
I definitely want to continue the art. I think that art is really like a tool for self-efficacy for a lot of people, and so I hope to carry that in the future. And then also in school, I'm looking into computer science and how it can interact with the healthcare system as well. So just pursuing those two things further is something I'll do in higher education. So.
And we do have to ask about this. You helped raise more than $4,500 for organizations like Free Arts. Tell us a little bit about Free Arts.
Yeah, so Free Arts is a nonprofit here in Arizona that provides transformative arts programs to children with adverse childhood experiences, including things like homelessness, abuse, and neglect. And it's under the premise that art heals, which was an interesting concept to me because art really does have this ability to build that self-efficacy and esteem. So its ability to be combined with trauma-informed care is what made Free Arts such a motivator for my art, and why I wanted to donate the proceeds to them.
Well, I know exactly why you were chosen. I'm like, where do you want to go to school? Harvard? Send this clip in with your resume. No, you are such an inspiration. Thank you so much. I feel like when you hear people like you, 17-year-olds old, you're like, the world's in good hands.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You're going to take care of us. Thank you both so much. And thanks, Annie, for being here as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Where can you buy these?
So all of my art is at the Art One Gallery in Old Town Scottsdale, so that's where you can find most of my work.
Okay.
Yay! Congratulations.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Coming up next.